Just after 7 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. Dume lang, goeie aand. Itaola and Kem Chokiai. How's it going? What's happening, guys? Hoping everybody is well, in good spirits this Friday evening, this Jum'ah, and in good health as well, inshallah, wherever you are. We welcome one and all to Salam Media, and I am Sarfaraz Takolia, the host of the show Friday Night Live with me, ST, of course, and my correspondent will be coming in a bit later, Dhakir Daud as well. And that's with regards to our sports segment, Friday Night Sports with Dhakir Daud, right here on Salam Media. Now, coming up on tonight's program as well, if you have just tuned in on Facebook Live, we welcome one and all, hoping you had a good week. To all of our YouTube viewers, wherever you are, hi there to everybody, as we are streaming on various platforms as well. And also on the TuneIn app, you can download the TuneIn app and just search Salam Media. And you can also stream in via our website on www.salammedia.com/listen-live. Interact with us on the WhatsApp line 061 766 0355. Right, so coming up, Friday Night Live. Hoping you had a good week. It's time now to relax and enjoy, have fun. Amidst all this chaos that's been happening, it's Friday. So yeah, let's have a good evening. Now, tonight we are going to speak to Nushin Jiva in the Gowal segment. That's obviously the outdoor segment. We feature various different types of game reserves, and we also talk to different types of sports people with regards to outdoor activities, etc. We also speak to various people with regards to their game reserves that they've got. Tonight we feature the Kwantu Private Game Reserve, and we are going to speak to Nushin Jiva in a few moments or so. Thereafter, at around 7:30, Dhakir Daud will continue with the sports with Dhakir on the Friday Night Live program. There's so many talking points. Oh, you don't want to miss that. There's football. There's so much been happening with regards to our soccer segment, and Dhakir will have more on that a bit later. Then at around 8 p.m. this evening, inshallah, we are going to talk to Leslie Umube, and he's from a smartphone business called Teta Smartphones. And I'm going to talk to him all about his business and his innovative idea being a locally manufactured smartphone right here in South Africa, making us proud and doing such amazing stuff at such a young age as well. Then we're going to speak to motoring journalist Adam Ford. That's going to be at about 8:45 or so. So tonight, no men can cook, unfortunately, but in tonight's motoring segment, we are going to be talking about the best-selling cars in South Africa amidst this whole COVID pandemic and, all of the difficulty and the hardship that we've been facing. There's so much, that's been going on. So, but you are definitely going to be surprised regarding the different types of cars being sold amidst this whole pandemic. Anyway, it's now 7:10. We'll be back after this.
Coming to you live from South Africa. With over 80 years of experience, IG Hussein and Company are renowned for their quality Islamic wear and goods. IG Hussein and Company stock a variety of Islamic items, musallas, kitabs, Medina dates, perfumes and exclusive gifts. We guarantee you a unique and friendly shopping experience for the entire family. Visit our new branch in Overport at 202 Kenilworth Park, Brickfield Road. Open 7 days a week with ample parking and wheelchair friendly. Like us on Facebook or Instagram at IG Hussein for our latest promotions and updates. IG Hussein and Company, your Islamic lifestyle.
Dad, well, I've been chatting with an investment broker today and...
Broker? Did the broker tell you that our economy is a mess? There's bushfires in Australia, America wanted World War III, and now the coronavirus is traveling around the world.
Well, I also thought about purchasing some crypto.
Crypto? What's that, like another pyramid scheme? I don't trust what I can't see.
There's an apartment in Belito.
So whole your family will be asking to stay there for free. And what if the government takes it away, eh?
Dad, I don't think it works like that.
I'll tell you what works. Gold. At your age, I invested in gold coins and it paid for your university fees and your wedding. No contracts, no agreements. Your investment is in your hands and you own it. With a 70% growth in only 5 years, do you still doubt gold investment? Contact RJ Coin today, 031 202 4701, or visit them at at 151 Stephen Dlamini Road in Musgrave, Durban. Randery Jewelers Gold Coin Exchange, your passport to gold investment.
Would you like to give Sadaqah 365 days a year? You can with the Al Imdad Foundation's Daily Sadaqah program. Donate as little as R1 a day for a month for each member of your family, up to any specified amount, and receive monthly feedback on where your contributions have made a difference. Visit alimdad.com and download your Daily Sadaqah debit order form or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi.
In my dreams I make my way to Medina, the home and chosen place of our beloved prophet, where all I feel is peace and so much joy around. No better place for me. Yeah, Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina. That's where I wanna be. Medina, Medina, Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina. That's where I wanna be. Oh, oh, Medina, Medina. Oh, oh, Medina, Medina. I wake with the morning light in Medina. Everywhere I see blue. Above these mountains, bright colors fill the streets. A smile on every face, a special place for me. Yeah, Medina, Medina, Medina to Medina, Medina. That's where I wanna be. Medina, Medina. Medina to Nabi, Medina, Medina. That's where I wanna be. Oh, oh, Medina, Medina.
Welcome back. It's 13 minutes after 7 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. Dumilang itaola in awe. Huhanet. Kemcho to you and Kiai and Nda to everybody out there in the north of South Africa and around the globe as well, wherever you are streaming in, tuning in via the various platforms on YouTube and Instagram, as well as on Facebook Live and on the TuneIn app. Right. Now it's time for the Go Wild segment tonight. As I mentioned, I'm speaking to Nusin Jiva. We are talking about the Kwantu Private Game Reserve. And we'd like you to also interact with us. Have you been there? How was your experience? And obviously, you know, people haven't been able to enjoy leisure for quite some time. We want to know, what are your thoughts? Talk to us tonight on our WhatsApp line on 0617660355, or you can comment below, and yeah, let's have a discussion regarding that as well. Right. So the Kwantu Private Game Reserve obviously is a place of immersion, a retreat and gathering safari place with an absorbing and spirited atmosphere, located in South Africa's malaria-free adventure province between Port Elizabeth and Grahamstown. The 6,000 hectare Big Five five-star nature reserve is positioned in one of the most biologically varied regions of the country. Now, to talk to us a bit more, we welcome Nusin Jiva. Good evening, Nusin. Welcome to Salam Media and Friday Night Live.
Good evening, Safraz, to you. A very warm greeting to you and your listeners this evening.
Hoping you are well and in good spirits. And I don't know how's it wherever you are, but right here in Johannesburg, it's quite nippy and cold. I'm sure everybody is wearing thick jackets as they are duck bikies. Now, thank you for taking the time tonight, Nusin. Firstly, let's start off with yourself, right? What exactly is your role at the Kwantu Private Game Reserve?
Sure, Safraz. In fact, I'm part of the Kwantu family. I'm a chartered accountant by profession and a nature conservationist at heart.
Awesome stuff. Right. Now, Nasheen, the Kwantu Private Game Reserve, being a place of immersion, a retreat, and a gathering safari place. I mean, obviously, it's got the big five, boasts a variety of different, wildlife, etc. Talk to us about the history and background of the Kwantu Private Game Reserve.
So, of course, so far as in fact, Kwantu was a combination of my family's dream of bringing ecotourism, but nature conservation firstly, and just letting people immerse themselves in nature to recharge and, of course, experience all the bounties that Allah Ta'ala has blessed us with. So it was just not a matter, when one is in this beautiful environment, you don't only see the greatness of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because you also, of course, feel it. And we wanted to have that experience and share that with many people from around the world.
Now, the Kwantu family, as you say, I mean, obviously have got love for obviously wildlife, etc. Getting the big five is no easy task, and maintaining the big five, the animals, and I'm sure obviously, we as South Africans, we grew up, learning about the big five, in primary school and preschool, drawing lions or animals of different types, elephants, and, artwork for the kids, these type of things. The Kwantu boasts the big five. What obviously were some of the achievements and highlights over the years of the Kwantu Private Game Reserve when it comes to obviously the different types of tourists? I mean, South Africa obviously offers a variety of tourist destinations, and Kwantu is no stranger to that as well. Talk to us about that.
Sure. I'll just try to keep it brief because there's so much to say. In fact, Kwantu, of course, you mentioned, is set in the Eastern Cape. So we're so fortunate that our wildlife is situated in one of the most beautiful parts of the Eastern Cape. We have 5 of the different 7 vegetation biomes, and it's all set within 6,000 hectares of rolling hills, fresh air, and we are so blessed, as you mentioned, to host the Big Five. Of course, we also have many other different species. We also have a variety of bird life, and of course, other activities that we offer. Our wildlife, of course, it's been so dynamic, but we are so fortunate to have a great team of specialists from nature conservationists to horticulturists to veterinarians to assist, obviously, with us in terms of making sure that nature, of course, thrives, is at its best always.
I mean, that's what it's all about, maintaining the consistency and keeping the animals at heart and their best interest. And as you mentioned, various types of wildlife, bird life, etc. Now, I wanted to find out with regards to the last 4 months, right? This first quarter and into the second quarter of 2020, coming from last year, the COVID impact against tourism and surrounding us. We can't forget those who have been affected by the virus, and our condolences to one and all. But with regards to that as a business and as a tourist destination and as a game reserve and, things like that, how's the impact been in this regard for the Kwantu Game Reserve? What have you guys experienced, and what are some of the challenges facing that?
Of course, my priority was to obviously make sure that, we have safety first. But I must say, in these few months since lockdown, it's really as if nature itself has unlocked itself at Kwantu. The mission of nature conservation carries on despite any pandemics or anything like that. And I think it's very easy for visitors to Kwantu to actually just get immersed in this beautiful surroundings where, you feel very far from all these challenges that we've been facing, of course, so we found that, of course, nature has actually thrived in this time. I think it may have been perhaps, maybe without without too much human interaction, our animals have increased a great deal. And it's been so beautiful out at Kwantu. So we've actually been so blessed. We actually do welcome, visitors to come and visit us. And alhamdulillah, we have many specialists that are within the group that have set out regulations, because we are obviously practicing safety first in every way.
Now, obviously, I wanted to talk with regards to some of those volunteer programs that you're offering, right? For people who might be interested in this program, etc. When exactly did this begin? How long has it been running for? Some achievements of that, and if people are interested, who can they contact?
Sure. As you mentioned, the volunteer program is just one of the many aspects of what we're doing, and our mission at Kwantu is we obviously wanting everybody to be an ambassador of nature and to have this experience. And we do this. The program started when there was such a need, where people wanted to come and be in this environment, and of course, just make a difference and have a meaningful contribution in nature. So, of course, people come, they get involved with the animals, the upkeep of the facility, and whatever task that may relate to running of the game reserve. It's very easily accessible for those because we offer different week packages. And of course, anybody that's interested is welcome to contact our reservations line, or to visit our website where we have a host of information that is available to anybody that's interested.
Now, obviously, being fully halal, take us through like your safari options, etc., and then we'll talk a bit about the luxurious accommodation that you offer. Take us through some of your safari options and your safari restaurant. I want to talk about that a bit later on. Indulge the listeners and the viewers as well, because obviously we do have
Yeah, of course.
one. Well, we've got a food segment here, so yeah, just we'll jump into that in a moment. But the safari as it is, right? What are the different packages or safari drives that are offered at the Kwantu Game Reserve?
Sure. So what we do is we actually have a fully inclusive option. My mom always says that when you go away, you just want it to be where you can fully just relax, and of course just be one with nature. So at Kwantu, we give everyone off from cooking, where our many chefs actually have, enhanced their tantalizing delight of so many of their dishes. So what we do is when you do visit us, you have your game drive that goes in a Land Rover with a very experienced game ranger. And this makes such a difference to be accompanied by a game ranger, because as you guide it through the drive, you actually learn so much about animals. And of course, your accommodation as well as your meals, and also our visits to our educational centers. And also just to mention, we also situated in this historical village of Sitbury, and of course with many things and activities to do within the historical village itself as well. We have different packages available, and we're also running some specials at the moment. So anybody that's interested is please welcome to contact our reservations team.
Now, looking at the amount of tourists that come to your game reserve, I want to talk about the recycling initiative, and I took note of the mention where there's about 5,000 to 10,000 kilograms of recyclable material per annum at Kwantu. So that means there's quite a lot of tourists that come in. Now, prior to the lockdown and now currently where we are right now, how is this initiative working? And talk to us a bit about the outreach program.
I'm sorry, can you just repeat that, Safaz? The line just broke up there.
What I was saying was, there's so many tourists that come to the private game reserve, right? Before the lockdown, and the recycling and the outreach program. Now, I want to talk about the recycling initiative, and I took note of that there's around 5,000 or approximately 5 to 10,000 kilograms of recyclable material per annum, with regards to your efforts here in obviously announcement of conservation at the game reserve. Talk to us a bit about this initiative and how long has this been going, and your outreach program as well.
Of course. So what we do is obviously, as I mentioned, that nature conservation is the core focus area of Kwantu, and then ecotourism. So we make sure that when our tourists visit us, that we have a fully fledged recycling program available, so that it goes back into using it for compost, for the many trees that we plant, etc. And we also make sure that we community-centered organization. So many the schools in our area, the surrounding farming communities are all involved with these programs. And we have quite a, this is pre-COVID, but we have quite a large outreach where we also do a lot of visits for those that may not necessarily have any witnessed animals before or visited us, which we offer programs to as well.
Now, your outreach program, obviously, you're involved in feeding, for the local primary schools, and it involves the SAPS and the education department as well. I want to shift the conversation a bit now towards tourism and the tourism department, and have you approached them regarding COVID relief, etc., and how's their response been, the Department of Tourism, and with regards to service and holiday destinations like yours and many others as well? Have they, have you approached them, and have they commented, or have they reached out to you as well, or provided any relief efforts as such?
Thank you. Yes, that's a great question. In fact, we like to focus on the positive of the situation. And of course, the tourism department has running fantastic programs with incentives and all sorts in terms of providing assistance at the moment. And we've also been, engaging with them in terms of what, sort of support, not only for ourselves, but obviously for our continuous suppliers and other related entities to our core business. So of course that's been a great, we've had a great response from them.
No, that's so fantastic to hear, because obviously in this unfortunate pandemic, as you mentioned, take the positives of everything. And as I say always on the program, let's look at the bright side of everything. There's so much that we should be grateful for. Now take us through, and I'm quite intrigued, and I'm listening to the comments on our various platforms on Facebook and on the WhatsApp line as well. And we're asking the listeners to also share with us their experiences at the Kwantu Private Game Reserve. You may do so on the WhatsApp line on 0617660355, or you can interact and comment on the Facebook there right below. I'm in discussion with Nusheen Jiva. Now, Nusheen, just to conclude very quickly, what are some of the specials that the Kwantu Private Game Reserve is going to be offering? Hoping that we can come back to normal, towards maybe, let's say, the end of the year. Well, we don't know how long, but are there any specials that people can look forward to? Talk to us a bit more about for later on in 2020. What can the viewers and listeners and the tourists expect? What are you planning for this year?
Sure. In light of the pandemic, so far as I think Kwantu is an ideal destination. We're setting like 6,000 hectares of wide open spaces. And I think, for any families, we of course strive very much in terms of being a fantastic family destination. I think we really geared up to those that are concerned at the moment, but are just wanting it this way. I'm sure many people now, since the lockdown, are obviously, wanting a change of environment. Everybody needs a chance to reset, and kind of, I think the best place is to reset in nature, and of course, with the beautiful environment that we have. So I would encourage those. We are open, and of course, when intra-provincial travel does open up in the next month or two, or whenever that happens, I would urge those to actually come and visit us. And for those that are wanting to book at a later stage as well, they're welcome to contact our reservation team to, the flexibility and to inquire about availability. And we are running promotions for those that wanting to travel. For example, so far, if an entire family wants to book out a few of our lodges and to have total privacy, they can do that. So I mean, be very open. If anybody would like to contact us to see what are the different options and if we really can accommodate them.
I mean, looking at some of the things to do in the area, there's so many different attractions nearby offering river canoeing and, sandboarding, etc. But anyway, just to conclude, where can people get hold of the Kwantu Private Game Reserve? What's your handle on Facebook or Twitter and on Instagram as well? Please give that out to the viewers and listeners.
Sure. I think a good starting point is our website. That's www.kwantu.co.za. We're also on Instagram, and also people can contact us telephonically on 042-203-1400.
Awesome stuff. Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much for your time tonight, Nusheen Jiva at the Kwantu Private Game Reserve. We thank you tonight for your time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon, inshallah.
Yeah, thank
awaiting
you
a good.
so much. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing the team.
Well, keep safe, and until we chat again, take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Anyway, that brings us to around about 7:30 p.m. right here on Salam Media. We're coming to you live from our headquarters here in Johannesburg, in Robert Sham, in the south of Joburg. I'm your host, Sarfaraz Takoli. Anyway, Dakir Daur is in the building. It's time now for the sports segment. So stay tuned, keep it locked right here on Salam Media.